Adding that honey to the brew just makes it that little bit sweeter. So welcome back to another video. Today we will be discussing the importance of meditation. This was a transmission that I was going to put out on my Facebook like a while back. I just literally just got back from the there's a cave in the back of the ruins in Pisac in the Sacred Valley in Peru, where you can connect and different information comes through. So today we're really just going to summarize, explain, expand on some different points that came through about the importance of meditation. Many of my clients have been asking how can they connect better with their guides, how can they connect better with their higher self, how can they be more intuitive with the changes that are happening in the world. So we're going to go through some of these. I just got some bullet points here that I've got down, and we'll just discuss them. So the first one that came through was allowing your mind to drift into the records. So this video may come out before the Akashic Records video, but when you get into a state of meditation, for me, you can sit at a cafe and people watch, or I can be on a bus and the egoic mind is distracted by the ongoings of travel. So I can just drift into a meditative state and receive information, messages, signs. So basically you were in the Akashic Records, just sifting around, having a look. And by allowing your mind to drift, you can perceive potential futures for yourself and for others. So they gave me the information of third eye viewing. That may sound like a strange kind of concept, but they expand it and said it is like a soft focus. So you can view out of your physical two eyes, and then there'll be your third eye where you'll be able to perceive more. And this is like a soft focus. So you're not viewing out of either one of your eyes or your physical eyes, you're viewing out of your third eye. So it is more of an energetic situation. A good example of this, for those who have seen the movie The Celestine Prophecy, you have a soft gaze and you can perceive energy. So you can see energy and various energetic disturbances between either people, places, or even possessions. So by having your third eye activated, cultivating and practicing using it. So there's a quote in Star Wars that says, "Your eyes can deceive, trust them." And this is because you should be using your third eye to view people, places, and possessions to see whether they have reached the end of their term. The next point was surrender to nothingness. So people have asked, do I think about things? Am I supposed to visualize something when I'm meditating? It's getting to that point where you surrender and just allow what is. So the information or energetic readings that you will be pulling through or sensing, once you've surrendered, will be the most accurate ones. So if you are trying to visualize something and forcing some sort of vision or experience, then it won't be the authentic, genuine one. If you surrender to the nothingness and you're just picking up on the energy, then this will be the authentic kind of situation. And as always, I go to various psychic mediums and various other people to confirm and correlate that I have been seeing what I have been seeing. So if I'm seeing King Ruer of the Irma come through, or some of the Great White Brotherhood, I will be like, okay, I will make a note of it, write down their message via automatic writing, and then I would like that to be confirmed in some other means. So it's not just some visualization, it's just popped in, you know. So to thoughts, they said, observe the thoughts, but do not attach to them. Allow the thought to drift through and read the energy of them. So you can have a thought of, so for example, I was walking to town the other day and I got a thought of somebody. I was like, hadn't thought of that person for, I don't know, a year maybe. So within this state, because walking is a good way to enter this state or altered state, so you can get into sort of a meditative energy. And when I was walking to town, I was picking up on the energy of this person. Interestingly, just last night, during hours, I'm picking up a lot of when people send me text messages or emails about information. So in the night, I'll be like, I've picked up on the sensation or energy of this person at this time. I wonder why that is. Go back to sleep, wake up in the morning to find out I either have an email or a text from that person. So there's some connective tissue going across all of it. So back to the observing the thoughts. So when you observe them, you are non-attached and objectively just viewing them. So you may have a thought of like an old business partner that comes in, or you may have a thought of something that happened in your childhood. You can thank your higher self for showing you that and just allow it to drift off. So then once you've cleared out all of that clutter, you can then allow other stuff to come in. Maybe some being from Lemuria or some Arcturian being may come in to give you a message. And it's about reading that energy while in that meditative state. And this is why meditation is so important. It gets somewhat of a bad rap that you've got to adopt the lotus position and head to the Himalayas, but you can do it just by walking down the street. Obviously, if you are in nature and near water, then this will be an amplifier, but this can be anywhere. Washing the dishes. I get a lot of messages while washing the dishes, and also in the toilet as well. As I got a transmission when I was in Bolivia, slowing the system down with breath work to be able to perceive more. So current society pushes you to do everything all of the time and to have no respite or relaxation periods or time to just slow down. In slowing down, the more that you slow down, the more that you will become receptive to outside information and higher dimensional energies that are coming in. So in slowing down, you will be able to perceive those energies. And I've got here frequencies, your state of perception. So the Monroe Institute would have a program called the Gateway program. They would send different energies, different frequencies through each ear. So some would be, it was called hemisync. So you synchronize the hemispheres of the brain. So once these are balanced, you can then alter your state of perception. And if you are doing this while in a meditative state, you will begin to see visuals and even receive messages, signs, symbols, and energy. I've got down here, breath work is obviously essential in meditation. Long, slow, deep breaths. and mainly in and out of the nose, the nasal. So because that brings an equilibrium to your nervous system. So while in a meditate, by having that breath work, it will clear the mind and allow those thoughts to drift in, and then so you will be able to analyze them. So it's basically with meditation, and even with all types of like clairvoyant abilities, it's learning how to decipher and read the language of energy. So it takes a while. Sometimes in meditation, you'll see different colors that will be bursting through. So I often call it a light show. So when I go to sleep, my physical eyes are closed, third eye is open, and I'm seeing a like bluey, purpley colored lights, which are beings that are like flashing lights in your third eye to get your attention. So there are different energies that you will pick up. That example I gave of walking to town and I was picking up on the energy of that person I hadn't spoken to in months. That is the energy that you are learning. Oh, we're back. I don't know if that was just my end, your end, or what happened. But if you're sitting comfortably, we shall continue. They told me that during and with the importance of meditation, learning how to raise your energy with levels of perception and understanding. So it's a bit like raising your kundalini. With the breath, you can bring up higher energies into your field and access through the crown chakra, which is where you'll be accessing information, like because it'll be connected to your soul chakra. So by raising your vibration and rooting to the earth, so before you even start the meditation, you visualize each chakra rooting itself to the earth's core. And then once you do this, and they are all of your chakras, even the outer major, the back of your neck, once they're all rooted to the earth and you're in alignment, the breath work will bring energy through again. But oh, we're back. Technical difficulty. Well, it is Mercury retrograde, isn't it? Almost on the way out, but we're still here, so not surprising. When you raise your energy, you will phase out of certain people's lives. So when you raise your energy, there will be people in your life that either won't be able to control you, won't be able to communicate with you, and won't even be able to understand you. So you will naturally just kind of migrate out of their lives. With the split happening on the earth as well, because we'll be going to different dimensional frequencies. So the importance of meditation, they gave me the information to stay away from the news because they're just going to be siphoning your energy. And the news never really shares anything of any positivity or progression. They said stay away from people that drain you and careful of the foods that you consume. Some of these foods will be of a dense variety and will cause disturbances within like meditative states. If you have dense food within your body, it's going to be more difficult to connect to the higher chakras and the higher realms, because all you want to do is just roll over on the sofa. I've also got down here, discern what you watch, read, and view, because all of this goes into your body. So if you're watching horror films and stuff like that, calling those entities into your energy field. Same with if you're watching the news and you're seeing wars being propagandized all over the place. This is also going to be going into your energy field. And reading. If you're going to be reading books that aren't of the highest vibration, then that's also going to be going into your body. All of these levels will be changing how your frequency works. We're almost at the end of these notes now. While I was in Thailand one time, I got the transmission that came through about quantum breathing. I mentioned this in my first book. There's a chapter on quantum breathing. My first book's called Powerful Galactic Beings. It has different information about ancient abilities that are going to be coming online, and this is one of them. So when you participate in quantum breathing, it means that you are conscious of the breath that you are taking in, so while you're in a meditative state, and you are also somewhat conscious of your surroundings. Your eyes can be open or closed. So in sensing the surroundings, if you keep your eyes closed and quantum breathe while in a meditative state, possibly even with frequencies on, you can pick up on the sounds that are in the area. So you would hear a kid whelping down the street or whatever. You would hear a car going around the corner, or birds in the trees if you're in nature, or the water of a stream that's going past. You'll also be able to sense disturbances in the energy field, because if you are quantumly breathing with everything that is around you, then you will be connected to that. So by meditating, you are connecting to everything that is around you. So you will be able to pick up on subtle disturbances, like a spider in the web when its prey has come in and it's just touched one of those like little web strands. You'll be able to sense that through the energetic field and sense a disturbance. So as I was walking back from this cave venture today, they said that mantras are extremely important. So as well as getting yourself into a meditative state, so you kind of like drift into the records and doing your breath work, and if you are listening to frequencies, by running a mantra, you are getting your awareness like kind of ready to be able to operate within two or more dimensions. So the one of the mantras I use is, I surrender my ego to my higher self. And I do this in a repetitive fashion while doing the breath work. I'm just saying the mantra like in my head. So it's just on repeat in my head. But that's one of the dimensions that's going on. And then the next one will be whatever information and messages comes through. So by using the mantras, this can also get you into that kind of altered state of consciousness and allow that like channel to open for information to come through. I've also got here that mantras pull your energy back to you. So if you've been giving your energy away to other people who don't deserve it, or just giving your energy out, spilling it in the street, if you're using mantras, you can call that energy back to you, so then you will be whole. So another mantra I use is, I am one with the force and the force is with me. So I will be doing a video about, is the force in Star Wars real? And yeah, we can discuss that. But these were just a few kind of bullet points and talking points, and the importance of meditation. We are in a world that is constantly pushing you to do something, anything. No, they don't care what it is. They just want you to do something to waste your energy. So if you're meditating and pulling your energy back to you, then you are kind of breaking out of the matrix. But I think that will be enough for today. I've just got my food on the boil over there. And if you've enjoyed this video, drop it a like, subscribe to this channel. And this may be the last video in Peru with this Wi-Fi. So the next Wi-Fi, you may be able to see me where I'm not actually pixelated. But for now, I hope you're all having a good day, and Zazuma.